This is my first time visiting South Korea after hearing much hype. Given that I was just in Japan and a short hop away, I thought I would take the opportunity to explore this region. I was welcomed by some shady people at the airport train ticket booth before heading into the city, where I found some more interesting scene by the main station. Apparently it's a religious gathering and I got a good dose of culture shock. For as long as I can remember, aviation fascinated me in a way that nothing could compare to. Fast forward to 2019 is where the story of Not Another Travel started. I decided to take a year off to travel as I felt burnout from the lack of work opportunities and flight school was getting frustrating due to some issues that has manifested for a while. The year 2019 was an extensive travel year for me, which gave me another perspective on what I could potentially do as a fallback option. I also started Not Another Travel but under a different name then. Blogging was how I originally started, and videos I uploaded were more of a collection of shoots I did during my travels. Fast forward again to 2022 after a few turbulent years with COVID and complicated medical issues due to a car accident, I had the time to gain a little bit more knowledge and insights into the world of travel. I decided to dip my toes further into this industry and officially started my vlogging journey during my very first trip to Vietnam. Whoo-wee, that was a bit of a task to get to where I'm staying for the next couple of days in Seoul. And welcome to my Airbnb. I think it's not it's not really an Airbnb. It's more like a cheap hotel, I suppose. But they do advertise it on Airbnb, so it is an Airbnb. Anyway, I got a little bit of a shock exiting the subway station near here. So as soon as I got out, and the street is basically filled with all the street food stalls, and people were like sitting down eating. It was like yeah, it was a bit of a shock to me because I didn't expect that. Yeah, it was like rows and rows of like just street vendors going up and down the streets and around. But yeah, I do not dare to try these sort of things. Firstly, because I'm afraid of food poisoning. I have a very weak stomach and I've been to the emergency before. So I'm not gonna do that again. And secondly, I don't speak Korean, so this kind of street vendors, they are not catered for like tourists. So yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult to conversate. And thirdly, because I am vegetarian, so most of the food here are going to be meat based, which I cannot consume. But there is a vegan restaurant nearby, which I'm going to go very, very soon. Otherwise, they are going to be closed. Um, but yeah, this is my room. Just give you a quick tour before I go. I can see our neighbor over there. This is my lovely bed. I've got a TV here, a work desk, a safe, some hanger, and that's my suitcase. And then we have a full-length mirror, very nice. And then this is the bathroom, and that's what it looks like. Yeah, it's kind of like um, I don't know what to say. It's a little bit, yeah, cheap, but you get what you pay, right? So yeah, it is what it is. I didn't pay like too much for the room, so yeah, that's the room tour. There's really nothing to see. There is a kitchen outside, but yeah, I've just stored my food, and there's like plenty of like even rotten bananas in there. So I have no idea if it belongs to anyone that's still staying here. But yeah, anyway, I have to get going because this restaurant is closing in an hour. So yeah, I'll bring you along and check out this vegan restaurant and see what it's like.
1 hour later.
So what happened was I went out, and the restaurant was supposed to close at 9. So I went there probably about 5 to 7 minutes after 8. And when I got there, they put out a sign in front saying that they are already closed for the day. The last order is at 8, which is very annoying. And then I was walking back, and I saw another restaurant. I think they might have like vegetarian options. I'm not super sure, but there was 2 ladies who were there, and they were looking for food as well. And the restaurant was shut. They were like, "Nope, we are closed." And it seems like most of the restaurants are the same. Like they are all shut for the day, and it's only 8. And I just saw something on the bread that I bought. I was just wondering, wait, is that mole? No, it's not. I think it's just a cream. So I bought this from the supermarket, which brings to the, well, great transition to this. I bought this, I don't even remember what I bought, but it's kind of like a noodle thing. And I just basically cook it on the stove. Yeah, so it's a couple of minutes, cook it. So at least I have some dinner. If I'm hungry, I can still eat that. Yeah, that's my dinner. Unfortunately, like I say, there are street foods. They are still open. I guess they'll go on for another couple of hours. But the thing is, yeah, I just cannot eat those. So this is my plan B. Yeah, so for anyone traveling, I don't know whether this is common. I mean, that's only my first couple of minutes of observation. So I don't know whether this applies to all the restaurants. But yeah, if you are going to somewhere that's kind of an hour away from closing, then I guess you just need a plan B because they might just shut for the day. Oh, and there was another restaurant right next to the vegan restaurant, and they say they sold out. So yeah, that happened as well. So I was walking around here, from the station to here, and then just now when I was walking around as well, it's very Well, I don't know whether dirty is the right word. I suppose it is. But it's not like, well, I mean, there are trash around, like I did saw that. But it's also like general. It's like the streets, they are not kept in a very tidy condition. I guess that's the right way of phrasing it. So yeah, it's a very stark contrast to Tokyo. Like when I was walking around like the alleyways in Tokyo, they are just like really tidy, very clean. You don't see a lot of trash. There were a couple of like masks like thrown around the streets, but it's really hard to even find like just a pile of trash down here. Well, just around the corner. Like I can probably find that amount of trash in maybe a couple of kilometers of streets in Tokyo. So that's how much of a stark contrast it is. Yeah, it's very interesting observation. I mean, quite a lot of people they do like Seoul. So I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, I've only been here for a couple of hours, so I haven't seen much yet. There might be more on offer. I don't know. Something was just vibrating over there, so I was just trying to see what that was. But anyway, yeah, it's a very stark contrast compared to Japan, Tokyo. So maybe there are other things that makes so unique and different and make people fall in love with it. I guess time will tell. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm going to finish this up because it's already cold. So I'm gonna eat this, have a shower, call it a day because I am very tired. And yeah, I have a full day of activities tomorrow. So I'll see you all tomorrow morning.
The next day.
Good morning, everyone, and today is a new day here in Seoul. It's time to head out. It is 10:40 right now. It is a little bit later than I usually start, especially when I was in Tokyo, which was my last trip. So if you haven't watched that, you can go check it out later. But anyway, today is my officially first day out to Seoul and check out some of the sites. So yeah, I'm excited. Weather is good. It's sunny. So yeah, let's go out and explore Seoul. Hello everyone, and I am here at Gyeongbokgung Palace, and yeah, I've just entered here. It's been a bit of a hot day, so I'm a little bit out of breath, and it's been a bit of a walk here. But yeah, I've just entered, and so far it's looking really beautiful in here. Looking at all these kind of like paintings on like the wood. Yeah, I'm not sure how they do it, but it's yeah, it's something. It's very beautiful. It kind of ties in with like the color scheme, isn't it? So you got the red, the green, a little bit of black and white, and yeah, maybe a mixture of like other red, deeper red, blue. Yeah, it's very interesting color scheme. Definitely, it stands out. And yeah, it kind of like it goes from the almost the bottom all the way up to the roof, and then right up to the roof we have got some markings as well. I'm not very sure what they mean or whether it's even a wording, but I think it is. It looks like a Chinese wording, so I assume that it is. But yeah, so far it's been quite beautiful. I've just entered here, so there's still a lot to explore. So let's continue on and see what we can find inside here. I was sweating like mad just now because it was so sunny and so hot, but yeah, it seems like the thunder is it is having some thunderstorm kind of that way. Yeah, there's like thunder clouds rolling in, and it's giving us a bit of shade and a little bit cooler as well, which is good because I was actually sheltering at the one of the sitting area back there. And yeah, now it's a little bit cooler with some clouds. Hopefully it doesn't rain. There is no forecast for rain today, so hopefully it stays that way. I didn't bring my ponchos or anything like that, so if it rains then it sucks. But look at that, it's stunning, isn't it? I don't know where it goes to though because it's closed. But either way, that's a very scenic view right there. And yeah, we have got the city backdrop over there. Well, I mean, it wasn't there like a few hundred years ago, but it's there now. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be just cloudy, and well, even if it rolls, the thunder roll, it's fine. As long as it doesn't rain, then we are good. Otherwise I might be in a bit of a trouble, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's just cloudy and give me a little bit of a break from the sun because I'm feeling a little bit sunburned already. So yeah, oh well, I just cursed myself, didn't I? Again, I just said it's not going to rain, and then now it starts raining. So well, I'm not too sure what to do. I mean, it doesn't look that bad though, does it? I mean, I think the clouds is just rolling past, so we should be good. In a couple of minutes, I hope. Let the rain pass. I'll probably find a shelter somewhere and wait for this rain to, well, I mean, it's only like a couple of drops, so hopefully it's not going to get any worse. Well, hopefully I don't curse myself again, but yeah. Hopefully it's only for a little bit and then I can get going and continue exploring the palace. If it rains, then I'll probably have to leave. Maybe head back to my Airbnb and get a poncho. It's about like a 15 minutes walk, so it's not gonna be fun, but it is what it is. And sheltering under the trees is not ideal as well, but I mean, what can I do? There's not really a lot of good places for me to take shelter, so yeah, it is what it is. I'll just kind of hide under the trees and continue to walk towards that way, which I think is the exit. Hopefully it is. There are 1 or 2 more episodes for this shorter trip to South Korea, and also the opportunity to visit the DMZ, which you shouldn't miss out. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already done so. And if you also like to support my work, you can do so through Patreon, where you can get exclusive benefits such as early access to my videos and more. Link is in the description below. Please do check out my Japan trip, which is now fully released on my channel, where I had the best travel experience by far. I'll catch you all very soon. Peace, love, and happy travels.